Big weekend ahead for Jacksonville State volleyball as they hit the road. They'll play at Eastern Kentucky on Friday night, Morehead State, as they swing through what everybody else in the league calls the Death Valley trip to Eastern Kentucky, Morehead State. Coach Campbell, I didn't know if you knew that little saying or not.
It's a good fact that I just found out.
Well, they came from basketball, so we'll throw that in there. Tough weekend here at home. First time that you dropped 2 in league play at home. A very good Edwardsville team on Saturday, but probably, I guess, the disappointing one was Friday night with EIU.
Yeah, it really was. We had chances and we just didn't take advantage of them. We just didn't make plays, and we've made plays all year, and we did. But I was talking to my assistant Leigh, and we were talking. You knew with 8 freshmen and such a young team, you knew at some point this was going to happen. You hoped that it wouldn't happen, but you knew it was going to happen, and it did, and it happened just at a really bad and opportune time. And I think we'll bounce back. Hopefully we will. We've had some really good practice. Had a great practice last night. And, I got to credit the girls. I got a phone call when I got home last night. And last night's practice was really a tough practice in the way of what we've been doing. And we changed up a little bit. And I got a phone call when I got home. And it was from one of the freshmen saying, Coach, I'm really glad we had a practice like that. I really needed it. Thank you. And, for young freshmen to do that, they have no reason to call to do that unless they're invested. And these kids are invested. And, like I said, it's going to take time. And, it's just one of those hiccups in the road. But to have them do that, we've had kids in the office this morning talking to us, about, the practice and about, getting better. So these kids are invested. I'm really proud of that.
You look at the league standings, really all but one team, and you could argue that even the last place team, everybody still got a shot to get to the tournament, don't they?
Yeah, it's really crazy. We've been doing the math, obviously, Leigh and I, because we want to be in the tournament, and there's nobody mathematically eliminated, and we've got 6 games left in the league, so everybody's beating each other up. To watch.
Is that parity in the league? Is that what it is?
Yeah, very much so. I think the top end is still Murray a little bit, but the difference between Murray and us is that they're starting 5 seniors, we're starting 5 freshmen. So hopefully a couple of years from now that'll be advantage us. But everybody else is just kind of taking their swings at each other and beating each other up. So. It's parity, it's fun, but every night's work, every night's, right. That's the thing that we're teaching these young kids, that every night's a grind. High school, and when they played in high school and played in club, you get some matches where you just kind of go and play. Right now, they're realizing they got to play every night, and we're stressing that to them.
All right. You swept EKU here when you played them earlier in the season. You beat Morehead in 4. Does that help you going into this weekend? Or have they improved since earlier in the season?
Yeah, EKU started out 0-3, and I think it was 1-5, and they're on a 4-game winning streak. And Morehead turned around and Morehead beat Murray State. Mm-hmm. That's Murray State's loss. So does it help us? Maybe a little bit mentally until the first ball gets served. Going on the road, those are tough places to play. If we play our game, we'll be fine. If we don't play our game, they're going to beat us. And I think we still need 1 or 2 more to qualify. For the tournament, and that's our goal.
6 matches left. The schedule, you still got, 3 at home and 3 on the road?
Yeah, we do. So it's kind of one of those. And
you've played well on the road, though. You're 500 on the road this year.
We are, which, we're not afraid of that. And actually, our home weekend is really tough with Tennessee State and Belmont. So, and then we got Tennessee Tech, our travel partner. So, it's, looking at the schedule from here on out, we're the ones with the toughest schedule. So it's one of those that makes Friday just a little bit more disappointing, because that was an opportunity, and we've been talking, spent a lot of time yesterday talking about opportunities, not only opportunities, on the volleyball court, but we talk so much as a coaching staff to our players about opportunities in the community, opportunities in the classroom, and it just fits that whole thing. And the girls have responded. I can't sit here and complain, because like I said, the phone call we got and all that kind of stuff, they've really responded the right way for us coaches, and it makes it hard to stay mad at them very long when they're doing that kind of stuff and coming in to watch extra film this morning. So that's all good stuff.
Thank you, sir. Good luck this weekend.
Hey, thanks. My pleasure.
Jacksonville State at Eastern Kentucky Friday night at 6, and then Morehead State Saturday afternoon at 1 o'clock. You can keep up with all the action at JSUGamecocksports.com. The glue for the Jacksonville State volleyball program is Leigh Barea, second year as an assistant coach to Terry Gamble here at Jacksonville State. Your first full-time assistant job, so I guess last year was a true learning experience for you, wasn't it?
It was. It was definitely kind of just got I don't want to say thrown in the fire, but I kind of did. And
you came in late, too, as I recall.
yes, I got here in the summer, so it was kind of quick. Moved down here and got the job. This year seems so much easier because I have been through it all, and it's like, oh, okay, I already know how to do that. No problem.
Well, I guess scouting reports, travel, yeah, you've got your hands a little bit of everything, don't you?
Yes, I do all the travel, do all the scouting reports, use our film and all that, so spend a lot of time. It's a lot more office time than you would think.
Now, are you actually swapping film with the opponents, or is all this internet-based where you can just go look at it?
We actually have it's called Crossover. It's an account where all of our schools upload their videos, and then through that we're able to take and see all the conference teams. It's kind of pretty much a deal through all of us.
And I guess some of the OVC digital network stuff, you can use it too.
Yes, we definitely use. A lot of times we'll watch the OVC network. Like if we play on Friday night, we'll try and watch the match from the night before that night afterwards.
Gotcha. Travel, is that the biggest headache for you?
It's crazy, but like I said, last year I was like a lot harder, but now this year I've kind of created some easier ways for me to do it.
Well, and you're a little more familiar with the league and where to stay when you're going to certain places and that sort of thing too, I guess, right?
Yes, definitely.
All right, as far as practice, what are your duties on the court practice time? Is there one specific group that you work with during practice session?
I mainly work with the setters. I was a setter.
The greatest of all time in her district in high school.
I work a lot of times with them, spend a lot of extra time with film, all that stuff. Individual practices, I'm with the setters mostly.
When you're out recruiting, obviously setters is one thing I'm sure you're looking at. Is it their feet and how they move? Is it their hands? Is it a combination of all that?
It's a little bit of both. Feet are probably one of the most, when people don't know volleyball, they don't understand how important your feet are when it comes to setting. Now, of course, I usually find a girl who has good hands, and if that attracts me, then I watch their feet. But you could get good setters. Everybody's hands are different, but mostly the feet kind of is the secret.
Now, game nights during the matches, any specific duties at that time?
I work a lot with watching their blocking schemes and on serve receive, talking about what they're running, all that, relaying it to our blockers, and then just little adjustments. We talk a lot during the match about that.
All right, you are a Michigan native. I would assume you knew very little, if anything, about Jacksonville State before coming here.
No, yeah, I didn't know anything, actually.
You learned in a hurry, right?
Yes, but I absolutely love it here. I couldn't ask for anything better.
And you mentioned this earlier, in the league, you probably didn't have much knowledge of the league either, did you?
Not really. I just knew a couple schools from old club teammates coming down, but nothing more than that, really.
Been a lot of fun so far this year, hasn't it?
Yes, it's a great group. We've had a lot of success, and it's exciting watching all these kids grow every day.
And with these freshmen and the success so far, hopefully that leads to bigger and better things next year, 2 years, 3 years, correct?
Exactly. It's going to be fun.